Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame, and even though you can't see her, cinnamon sugar is up under here. I'm about to run in Aldi and get something real quick and come out. Something I don't need. I mean, I'm not gonna never sit up here and lie to y'all. I done told y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all whether I'm faltering or not. I'm about to run up in here and get me a thing of Bluebell ice cream. Hopefully, Millennium Crunch. Now, if it's not meant for me to have, Millennium Crunch is not gonna be up in here. And Aldi has the cheapest price in this city. So I'm just saying. But I'll be back. All right. I'll let y'all know if they had it or not. I'm back, y'all. They had 2 left, so I got 1. I decided to be good. All because I'm not trying to go crazy, and I just had a taste for something sweet and cold, meaning I wanted some ice cream. So yeah. When I have my little cravings, as of right now, I get them. I get whatever it is. But once I'm all the way back to the way it was before, I'm not even going to have those cravings. It's just going to be simply, I'm deciding that because this is happening, I'm going to eat or drink this, that, or the other, right? So yeah, I actually have some teas on the way. They are awaiting for dispatch to pick it up. They are still in Louisiana. And for me, I'm glad because it took 3 months for everybody else who had been ordering teas to get theirs, only because the person was pretty much doing it themselves. And she has a great, humongous following. So it's like, whew, y'all excuse me, I know I look like the Walking Dead. One of the reasons being that I haven't been taking my sea moss, my purple sea moss to be exact, because I have regular and purple. Purple is supposed to be better, but anyway, haven't been taking that, and that's the main thing. But I haven't been eating the way I'm supposed to eat, so I'm looking a little bit Walking Deadish, True Bloodish, and whatnot. So I'm trying to tell y'all, once I really get all the way back into it, y'all gonna be like, oh, I see the difference. So yeah. But anyway, I hope that y'all have had a wonderful week thus far. I know for a lot of y'all, the end of the week is upon you. And today started my week. Unless it changes, my new work week is gonna start towards the end of August, and I'm dreading it. Right now, I'm still kind of low on the rotation list, but it's always a toss-up if there's something going on as far as weekends are concerned, like tomorrow or Sunday. Today was kind of crazy for some people because they had to stay over. It's not making sense. And people have been reading because it's like, why we got to stay over and why we got to do this and why we got to do that. It seems like you would take the burden off of us, because yesterday and Wednesday they had 4, 5, and 6 people stay over, meaning everybody who wasn't someone who was, in that 90-day probationary period had to stay over. And I'm like, child, ain't nobody got time. See, this is why stuff be popping off in the middle of the week. And that's why I be like, man, I'm so glad I don't work. But it's gonna screw me once I do start my new schedule. And I'm just like, y'all just get on my nerve. But anyway, not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna hope for the best, because so far things, usually happen in my favor. So anyway, I'm trying to ignore people because this person just, I don't be understanding. Y'all see that there's a vehicle behind me. He like all the way over, like on the line, and it's like a slim, like passenger van, I guess you could say, or some kind of a van or delivery van. And he just, that stuff like that irks my soul. I'm sorry, y'all. Anyway, so let me tell y'all what's been going on. Let me spill some tea. Like there have been some things. One of the things, I'm not sure if I told y'all about it, but there are levels to it. There are other parts to it. So I got to tell y'all. Oh, Lord, where the police at? Oh, Lord. Let me move, because I don't know. Let me just move, because I know that the fire truck is coming, but it's a whole line of us. Y'all excuse me. So I was like, let me just get out the way, because I was stopped, but they was behind us. But I'm like, I don't know if they over here. Let me see. They coming over here? No, they needed to get through, though, so I'm glad I moved. Anyway, so let me tell y'all what's been going on. So, as far as the married man and the side heifer, right? I don't remember if I told y'all this or not, but the side heifer has allowed the married man to commandeer her vehicle. And it's like, why? So, as of right now, I don't know what's going on. And like I told y'all before, he has a nice new vehicle. Now, maybe it's just the body of the vehicle that's new and looks nice. But as of right now, something going on. The car is out of commission. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on here. Because when I saw it, I was like, oh, okay then. Like, and I mean, it ain't no, like, BMW. It ain't nothing like that. Like, for what it is, I've literally never seen anybody else with that particular kind. I'm just not going to say what it is. Because I'm just not going to say what it is. But it looks really nice. The body of it looks really, really nice. And I've never seen anybody else with it. It is really nice. So, the fact that something going on with the car, he be borrowing her car. He ain't here today. I told y'all he wasn't here the other day. So, I'm looking like, okay, what is really going on? He ain't going to be here no more until Tuesday. So, in my mind, I'm like, okay, are you mad at him? And now you're not going to pick him up for work or however he's been able to get out the house because the wife at the house, knowing that the car don't work for whatever reason, the car towed down, in order for you to take him to work. Like, are you mad at him right now or something? Because, you know, that has happened before. And I'm like, okay, like he's all, like they don't have on the schedule anywhere, oh, called out, vacation. Like they don't have none of that. Because even if you're out because of a death in the family, COVID, whatever, it'll say out. You'll have your name printed on there in that specific area where anybody has called out or, you know, you're not there, but it is your normal day to work. It will have your name and out by it. Or at least it will have your name so that people will know, oh, this is this person's normal day, but something going on and they ain't here. Child, I don't know what in the world. His name ain't on the paper. No Motel Tuesday at all. And this man always work. He always trying to work over. He always trying to get all the overtime. So I'm like, okay, what's really going on? So, yeah, y'all. Come to find out, unless something else going on, it's the fact that his vehicle is out of commission some kind of way. But it's a new vehicle. I'm so confused. I don't know. A lot of people around here, they'll go and be like, ooh, I got me a BMW. And then it's what is going on here? Y'all, I'm sorry. I just, stupidity, it just do something to me. The stupidity of others.
Welcome to our car wash. Thank you.
And then they ain't got no receipt as usual. That's why I don't like coming to this side. They keep having the other side blocked off. And then like they had like some kind of foolishness on the ground that if you were to ride over it, your tires could get messed up. I don't like stuff like that. Y'all, my bad. Here goes somebody. I don't know who this is. Man, it ain't my buddy. But he has the same like little safety vest on that my buddy would have on. So yeah, y'all. So yeah, y'all. Anyway, that's what's going on with that situation. He done sat up here, something going on with the vehicle. And so he ain't been at work. I thought that what happened was last weekend, he decided to take off when the side heifer took off. That's what I thought was going on. Y'all, my hair ain't doing nothing. I know I look a fool. I know I look a mess. But, like, I'm trying to hold on, and I just want to scratch everything. And so I know I look a fool. I know I look a mess. Y'all excuse me. But, yeah. So, last weekend, and the weekend before last, he had, like, taken off. But it had been, like, her birthday. So, I know, like, in the middle of the month, it's, like, her birthday. So I thought about it. I was like, that weekend that I took off, she randomly took off that Sunday. And I was like, I don't really care because I ain't going to be there. So I'm not going to have to deal with her whether she would have been there or not. But she was assigned to work because that's why I was telling y'all earlier. Weekends are a toss-up. They be trying me on the weekends. Even if I'm at the very bottom of the rotation list. On a Sunday, they be really trying you then. So anyway, I don't know what's going on. But wait a minute, I have to tell y'all, there's more to the story. So tell me why yesterday, somebody who messages me outside of work, he gonna message me. He was like, he messaged me. Keep in mind, he's messaging me this whole time. Then all of a sudden, this man started video calling me. I was like, child, I had to get my life together. I was like, no, I'm in my comfort zone right now. He can't see me like this. So a few minutes later, I video chatted him back or whatever, because I know usually when he do that, he really want to. I'm talking about the whole time I'm watching him, he putting his glasses on. I'm like, you done got serious. He getting serious. Like, if y'all knew him, y'all be like, okay, it must be something deep for him to put his glasses on, because he's like class clown type of person. So anyway, he was like, one of the things he was talking to me about, that he wanted to talk to me about face to face, was that the situation with the vehicle. And so I was like, yeah, I heard that he be having her car. Now, apparently before all of this had been going on with the recent situation of him being down and out because his car is messed up or whatever going on with the vehicle. Before, he was just taking her car and she'd just be looking like a fool. Like, girl, you dumb. He had a whole new vehicle and you over here going, your truck on his last leg, ma'am. If I told y'all what she was driving, y'all be like, oh, okay. But yeah, her truck on his last leg. And I'm just like, ma'am, the last thing you need to do is to let somebody else drive your vehicle. And then the truck take over $100 and some to fill up every week. Because I know you filling up at least once a week. So yeah, y'all, I'm just like, girl, you just dumb for no reason. I don't be understanding the stupidity of it all. So yeah, y'all. But yeah. So most recently, since the vehicle is out of commission, he done rolled up on this man. Was like, yeah, man, she be letting me use her truck. She just don't know the last time that I used her truck. I used her truck the other day. I went across the street and I was having sex with somebody else. So you wasn't having sex with your wife. You wasn't having sex with her in that moment. You took her car on one of your breaks or at a moment when, our department wasn't operational. And it was like, all right, I'm finna go get me something to eat. I'll be back. Because you knew, he knows when there are moments when she cannot leave. There are times that they can't take break together and all this other stuff. A lot of times they don't take break together like that and can't take break together no more. So I guess she handed over the keys and he went across the street and got in with somebody else. I was like, wow. You like being treated like trash. You love it. You enjoy the foolishness. You're a glutton for punishment. I'm not understanding. Like, girl, I can't. So anyway, tell me why today I'm at work, minding my business. Y'all already know it's my first day back at work. So her partner gonna roll up on me, and it's like it's about to be 30 minutes until it's literally exactly halfway through our shift. So I was coming back from my break. This is my first break because I take late breaks. So she was like, oh, where have you been all day? And keep in mind, the side here for like 10 to 12 feet away, because when I'm nearby, usually she try to stay away, but she was trying to be nosy. And I be peeping everything, even though I don't look at that raggedy heifer. So she was like, oh, where have you been all day? Have you been up here? I was like, yeah. I said, somebody called out, so I had to go over to the most hated department. So she looking like, what? Who called out? And so I told her who, and I told her what was said, which was that this is what happened, y'all. So I went to the meeting. Even though I knew I was gonna be the breaker, I'm trying my best to do better. I'm trying to be like, I don't trust these folks. They might try me on a day when I'm a whole breaker out here. I ain't even in the departments to be working. And they're going to be like, you know what? You done racked up these occurrences because you weren't at the meeting, even though these meetings don't pertain to you, essentially. But, you were supposed to be there. So, like, I was like, yeah, for me, I'm just like, no, I ain't finna risk it. Let me just go ahead and roll up to the meeting. So that's what I did. So I stood there, kind of like in the middle of where everybody was congregated and, did what I had to do. So the heifer I stood there for 5 minutes. So that means there were 5 minutes left before our shift officially starts. The meeting in my department was almost over. The heifer coming up the floor, I had left. So this heifer's coming up. She ain't nowhere near the meeting. I'm like, but you was already here before me. And I make a point, like I told y'all before, to not even get to work until it's almost time for me to clock in and be where I need to be for this meeting, right? So the heifer is literally 5 minutes late for the meeting. Should be getting a half an occurrence for that, but I'm pretty sure they ain't gonna do it. The right people don't be seeing her, or the right people don't care. Her supervisor off this week, and he don't never do nothing anyway, so that's a lost cause. But anyway, so she rolls up to the meeting. My supervisor's still talking. Now I'm just standing there to make my presence known, so that enough eyes have been on me, because they be setting it off anyway. People, listen. First of all, second of all, third of all, if y'all saw these what is these things? These joggers that I have on today. Somebody want to get me pregnant right about now. A couple of people probably would be trying to get me pregnant. I'm just saying. If you see me in these leggings, I ain't wearing these no more until I lose some more weight. That's all I'm gonna say. I need them to be a little baggy, because even with my clothes a little baggy on me, my bottoms, my pants, and stuff like that, if I have a little room in them, people still be doing a lot. But these right here, pregnancy is what people gonna be trying to impress upon me. It ain't got time. So anyway, I'm just saying. So eyes was on me for that, and other eyes was on me because of jealousy, and then other eyes were just people who I'm actually cool with, ain't got no issues with. I said hey to them and all of that, and that's just what that was. So this heifer is up the hallway essentially, and the meeting already started. Everybody's there but her that's supposed to be at the meeting in my department. So like I said, I made my presence known, and then I went on ahead and went up the floor so I could go and retrieve my water bottle and everything that I'm gonna need for the day at work. Cool. So we crossed paths, and I'm like, oh, here this raggedy heifer go. Went on by my business. So when I come back, look, this is what happened, y'all. First of all, I was like, no. I studied the schedule, because I was like, no, let me look at the schedule. I got some stuff I'm trying to do. Let me look at the schedule real quick. Let me see what it's heading for with the schedule. So, yeah, get over, because you're doing the most with your dumb behind. Doing the absolute most. We all going the same speed limit, and you over here trying to ride my bumper, and then they almost flip trying to whoop over to the next lane. Then they about to... It's just the stupidity for me. So anyway, so yeah, y'all. So I went and did everything I was gonna do, and I was like, no, let me go ahead and do this now. Normally I wait until my first break to move my car if it ain't where I want it to be. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wait 10 minutes. After these people are cleared out, at least one person should have moved a vehicle that is like really, really close to the front. Because like I'm telling y'all, I have several reasons as to why I need to be in the closest spot. One of the closest spots when I'm, leaving out, whether I'm gonna stay over or not, I ain't got time for it. It's just too many things. These rapists and all these other ignorant folks, and people really be doing the most. People be doing the most. And coupled with the fact that I'm tired of my spirit, so I'm gonna need for that to be what I need it to be. So yeah, so I said, okay, I'm gonna wait. I waited 10 minutes, then I went outside, moved my car, and came right back inside. So came back inside, then I looked at the schedule again, and the person that was there that created the schedule, she was like, you studying that mighty hard. And then keep in mind, before she came by, one of the other people that do the job that the divorce man do on my shift in his same department, the most hated department, he gonna walk by. I forgot what it is, a saying, and he be killing me. First of all, he's tall, dark, chocolatey, and he ain't no ugly man or whatever. He's solid and things, but I think he got somebody. Like I told y'all, everybody that live for me and that be having some kind of association with me, everybody got somebody 99% of the time. But anyway, dang, I forgot what it was. Oh, it was something to the effect of, a person like studying hard for a test. When you study hard, I done forgot the saying. If any of y'all know what I'm trying to say, then put it down in the comment section. I'll greatly appreciate it. Because when I tell you I ain't heard nobody say that in so long, and that's probably why it's not registering right now. Yeah. So anyway, I bust out laughing because I'm like, that's true. But I hadn't heard that in so long, y'all. Okay, so he done rolled up and said something. Then the person that created the schedule rolled up. She was like, you looking at the schedule mighty hard, ain't you? I was like, no, I'm just trying to make sure that I ain't got to be in this place, in this place. It looked like they got me in 3 places at once because I started off as the breaker. I was supposed to be the breaker, which I'm sick and tired of being the breaker. But at the same time, I mean, I get it because I'm the only one. Well, I was supposed to be the only one that is, not new. All the people who are super new that haven't, gotten past the 90-day probationary period, they need to get their practice in, so to speak. They need to get the experience in and get familiar with all the stuff they got to do. So, that's what they should have did for me and my friend when my friend used to work there too. But they sat up there and had us as the breaker for 2-3 months in a row. And it's like, how we gonna learn? I mean, yeah, when we're breaking people out, we're doing stuff, but there are certain things that we're not doing that we're only seeing the main people do all the time. And it's stupid because we need to be able to be the ones to do that. See, this is what I'm talking about, y'all. And your car bent up and bent in and wrecked out because you over here trying to sideswipe somebody, like done whooped in front of me, doing the most, and could have been in front of me before I even got on this street. But anyway, y'all, my bad. I'm so sorry. People are just so ignorant. Ooh, I can't stand people who don't know how to drive. So anyway, y'all, I'm about to go get me some gas. So in a second, I'm gonna turn this camera off because I have to use my phone in order to pay. Ooh, because everybody's gas tank on the same side except for mine, I'm about to be first in line. Y'all, excuse me. I have issues. But anyway, I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm rolling up to get this gas. And yeah. First of all, this premium gas better come through. Being under $4 now. With my membership. About time. We need to get back under $2. Shoot. Or get back under $3. Let me say that. But yeah, it's under $4 right now. At the cheapest place here because of the membership that I have. But anyway, yeah, y'all. I don't remember where I left off at, but let's see if I can kind of guesstimate. So anyway, halfway through the shift, people rolling up, talking about some, oh, where you been and all of that. And I'm like, I've been where I'm supposed to be at. Somebody called out and all this other stuff. So they're like, oh, okay, side heifer, within earshot, pretty much, being nosy. And I'm like, girl, can you get somewhere? But anyway, so my supervisor rolled up on me after I had came back from getting my stuff. So what happened was I went and got my stuff and I stopped by my department on the lower level where the other people are that, that do the same job that Divorce Man does, right? And so I saw my buddy, the man that told me about the soul concert, the soul festival, and asked me out on a date, and pretty much you tried it. But anyway, so he done rolled up. He was like, let me tell you what happened. So I was like, what's going on? Because I'm rolling up to try to do my normal G stuff or whatever. And so he was like, tell me why she gonna come. And see, he didn't even have to tell me who it was. He didn't have to do nothing special for me to know he was talking about the side heifer. He said, tell me why she gonna come downstairs in her feelings talking about, oh, this is happening. Why? This is broken, whatever. He was like, nothing is broken. Because he ended up coming upstairs to tell her nothing is broken. That was already out of commission. And it's supposed to be out of commission. There are 2 things out of commission that are part of my department today. On purpose. So this heifer done set up here and called maintenance for no reason. And they done went up there and started working on stuff they ain't even supposed to be working on. So he had to go back up there and tell the heifer, there's nothing going on with that. That is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. And so he told her straight up, had you been at the meeting, you would have known this. And so And he read her, he was like, it's on the schedule, which it was. It was printed out on the schedule as well. And the other person that she was partnered up with, she was at the meeting. So we all trying to figure out why is it that don't nobody know what's going on. So anyway, my supervisor makes a point to say specific things. So even if it's on the paper, he's still going to conduct the meeting and he's going to tell you this is what's going on, whatever. And if something change, I'll let you know. Like, that's the conversation that's normally had. So the heifer wasn't at the meeting. Then he going to tell me, and then tell me why we was at the meeting. He had to stop the meeting. Our supervisor had to stop the meeting because the heifer in the meeting talking to somebody else. And so the guy apologized. And she ain't say nothing. She in her feelings. She mad. How you mad when you talking during the meeting? Now, I had been in the meeting before where somebody started talking to me, even though they were whispering. My supervisor saw that they were talking to me, and it was kind of like, all right now, like, but she was like doing the most, like laughing, having a whole nother conversation. You already, first of all, heifer, you already late. Like, that's the biggest sin of it all. You already late, heifer. But you got the audacity to roll up and start a conversation with somebody? Get out of here. So, yeah, my supervisor was already tied in his spirit. He was like, let me finish my meeting. Like, y'all need to cut all this talking out. Like, he ain't never had to come at me like that because talking was happening. But, yeah, he had to tell her she need to cut the talking out. He apologized. She ain't say, I said, well, I'm pretty sure she didn't apologize. He was like, you know she didn't apologize. And so, old boy apologized. She didn't. She mad for the rest of the day. Now she even more mad because old boy told her, well, if you had been at the meeting, you would have known that this was the situation and not wasting people's time coming up there, because we trying to figure out why all this stuff happening and ain't not supposed to be happening with these particular parts of the department. So she was like, well, you don't need to be talking to me like that. And he walked off. So then she gonna roll up on the supervisor. Keep in mind, the supervisor already read her pretty much. It was like, you need to tell them not to talk to us like that. I went down there because this was going on. He said, well, he told the truth. It is true. If you had read the schedule, because even though she was late, he still gave her a schedule, which, if nothing else, even like today, I wasn't at the meeting, but I was for the most hated department. I didn't hear nothing they were saying. Like I said, I was just there so I could be seen and not heard. As long as y'all see me, and then y'all can't lie and say, oh, you gonna get a half an occurrence because you wasn't there. You ain't gonna lie on me. I'm there. I was there before any other meeting started. Don't do it. So I didn't get y'all excuse me. I did not pick up a schedule from anybody because I'm not on the line. So if I'm not over there, if I'm not gonna be in the department, unless I know that somebody runs late, like old boy that's on the PlayStation Network, I'll go over there and I'm like, oh, I don't see him. I'll grab a schedule and then I'll see him and I hand him the schedule. And if there were any notes that I needed to take, I will take some notes, just to be nice or whatever. And I'll let him know if something happened that's not on the paper. Because sometimes I have to write stuff on the schedule, at least in my department, that's not on there because it changed after it was uploaded into the system for them to do the printout. What was that? What's going on here? What they got going on? I'm sorry, y'all. I had to look and see what was going on. I saw some people that were heading to my old job, and I don't know if they broke down the side of the road or not. And I'm trying to figure out if I know who they are. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. But they not far from work, so it is what it is. They'll figure it out. Here go this construction work again, like for what? But anyway, y'all, so this heifer in her feelings for the rest of the day, and I'm like, I should be all right. I don't care. I'm coming, honey. I'm coming. I promise you, I'm coming. I'm coming. Listen, you ain't got to tell me but once. I'm coming. So anyway, she was like, I'm like, girl, I'm coming. Anyway, so yeah, this heifer in her feelings for the rest of the day. I'm like, ma'am, how you gonna be in your feelings when it's your fault? That's what be killing me about this heifer. She stay mad when situations are her fault. Anyway, so old boy was talking to me and we having a conversation. And I was like, well, she going through it. And I think he already knew about the situation about the vehicle. And so he was like, well, would you do me like that? I was like, because he ain't here. I don't know if she's mad at him or something. And that's the reason why he's not at work, because he's normally at work like 7 days a week. And then when he is off, it's because he's off. Like, he believes in getting that money and not spending it on the side heifer. Stop. I'm just saying, like, I mean, it has to be true, because she will sit up there and use her own money to go buy him breakfast, lunch, dinner, and everything else. Use her gas up. I'm like, girl, you dumb. Like, other people have seen it with their own two eyes. Like, they'll see her card. It's not he cashed after her, none of that. And you know what? And I'm going to ask old boy to see. Because whenever he's wanting to know information, he'll ask him. The married man. But anyway, y'all. It's so stupid. Child, I don't be understanding. But yeah, like I said, she's standing there trying to overhear the conversation. And I'm like, I know she was just itching to go tell my supervisor that I ain't been in place and I ain't been doing what I'm supposed to do. Because her partner's like, well, where have you been all day? And I'm like, I've been where I'm supposed to be. Like, girl, y'all gotta stop. When y'all the breaker, I don't care where y'all at. Y'all don't even do half the work that I do. When y'all the breaker. When I tell y'all the side heifer, whenever she the breaker, I don't ever see this heifer break nobody out. Don't try to check where I'm at when you don't even do what you're supposed to do. I'm gonna need for you to go get you a life. That's what I'm gonna need for you to do. That's what I'm gonna need for you to do. So yeah, y'all. So then I told her, I was like, well, if everything goes according to plan, this other person who was supposed to come in early will come in and he'll be there, versus doing like a special project that he was going to he was trying to come in to get free money. It's the same dude who broke his back. He really ain't even supposed to be there doing none of the stuff he doing, but he be volunteering. I'm like, as much as he volunteer to work so that he can make sure he gets his whole check, y'all might as well go ahead and release that man so he can be assigned and everything else at this point. And I mean, I know I'm being a little bit facetious, but I'm just saying, I'm really actually not trying to be facetious, but I'm just saying, like, for real, like, y'all set it off with my hand. Speaking of, the nurse ran into me again today, and all I said was good morning to her. Like, she's really like concerned, because she was like, hey, good morning, how you doing? I was like, I'm fine. So I'm trying to just go on by my business. I'm on my last break. And so she was like, is your hand still bothering you? I was like, yes, it is. It's happening at random. And I don't understand it, because I make a point to be gentle while I'm doing certain things in particular, because I'm scared that it's gonna, do that. And so she was like, are you having any problems with your neck? Are you having any pain in your neck? And, like right here. And see, she was talking and about certain like biological terms or whatever, things that I've learned in biology and all this other stuff. And, I'm like, ma'am, I love science. You just don't understand. So I just tried to play it up like I was dumb. She was talking about like certain parts of, right here and where your spine and stuff at. I'm like, ma'am, you just don't know. I'm very interested in this conversation. I'm a nerd. I love everything but math. So yeah, she talking to me and she was like, there are times that, that might be something that's irritated or whatever. And I was just wondering if you were having pain in that. And I was like, no, I'm not experiencing any pain. Like, when it happens, it just strictly happens right here. And she was saying it because that particular quadrant is where this part of my hand connects to. So that's why she was wondering if I was having any pain right here. And I was like, no. Because I was like, why is she asking me that? I mean, I was pretty clear on it, but at the same time, I'm still like, well, dang, why is she asking me that? I ain't never say my neck was hurting or whatever. Like, even when everything happened to me, it was this to like, it was just this. It was sore. It was only because this was this and the way I fell. So the highest that it went up was like to my elbow on down to my hands. Because the way I fell, this was sore and bruised up eventually and all that stuff. And that's just all it was. But yeah, I told her, I was like, well, I'm gonna start massaging my neck and stuff. Like when I'm on my way to work, y'all, I'll put some of my amazing good scent oil on. I put it in this jar because I have those huge ones that were $40 a piece. So I have the little jars, and since they don't melt, I scoop some into this. This is my second time filling this up. I haven't even gotten halfway through the jar. This is my favorite one, which is Sugar Wooga. Is that what it's called? I don't forget. Anyway, Good Sense Oil Body Butter. As hot as it can get in this car, and has been in this car, this don't melt. But anyway, I'll be on my way to work, and sometimes on purpose I will wait to even put anything on my arms and stuff, and I'll just scoop this out as I'm driving or when I get to a light, and I rub it in. And when I'm done, I'll do this on both sides, and that's how I do. And I already was doing that. That's just out of habit, so that it's not super greasy and everything is getting moisturized. So I mean, it's not that I'm ashy or nothing right there. It's just I'm doing all of this. Like, that's what I was doing anyway. So I'm gonna probably put more effort into it, knowing that that might be something that could kind of alleviate some more of this pain. You think it might be a phantom pain, y'all? I don't know. Like, it really feels exactly how it felt that day, but the only difference is that when it happens, I feel it and it's like I'm shocked. But then I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Most of the time, I don't have any lingering effects. But like that one day I told y'all, I had got off work, and it was like an hour before I got off work, and it was just there, and it just felt stiff and kind of sore, and I just kept rubbing my hand, and I was like, oh my gosh, why? And I didn't have a pain before that, so it was strange. I don't know. It was weird. I don't even think that day I did a lot. So I was like, come on now. Come on now. But anyway, y'all, I had a great day. It's always funny when the side heifer in her feelings. Especially when it ain't even that deep. And yeah, she's assigned to come in to do the most hated task tomorrow. Don't know if she's gonna try to call out or whatever, but she's gonna have to come up in here and do it. If everything stays the way it's supposed to be, I'm going to be in my department working with whoever. And hopefully it ain't going to be crazy, because I know what they're going to. And yeah. I'm trying to remember if anything else going on. Oh gosh, y'all. Let me close it out by telling y'all this. So the person who messages me outside of work, he gonna message me. And like I told y'all before, he talking about the side heifer. He talking about how ugly she is. He talking about the friend who, rolled up on me, how she smells bad, which she does. She smells rancid. I don't understand. I honestly do not understand what that is about. Like, she don't take no medication. Like, I would understand if you taking medications and all that stuff, because that can't alter the way you smell, and you can't have BO from that. That's something I never understood. And then as I got older, I started realizing that some people smelled a certain way because of the medications that they were taking. She don't take no medication though, so I don't know if it's because she don't bathe the way that she should, or she halfway bathing and her hair be smelling like unwashed. And I'm like, okay, you already know you have that type of hair. You have to wash it every day. And it's like, man, I can't, it does something to me. I cannot stand unwashed, smelled hair. I can't stand that. Oh my God. Like, and y'all would think that because I had these braids in, and even when I'm, cleaning my scalp with the towel, that method, man, I've been doing that method since, like junior high school or something, before people started putting stuff on YouTube. I used to do that all the time. But yeah, that's what I do. Y'all, I'm over here. Like, my scalp is not itching. It's just that I have the itch to want to take these out. Anyway, she just be smelling, and I'll just be like, what in the world? So he reading her, talking about how she smells and all of that. So then he asked me, he said, who is that big light-skinned dude that work over in your department? And so I told him, and that's the dude who is on the PlayStation Network or whatever, right? So he reading everybody. I'm like, oh my gosh, I know you be reading me. Ain't no way you read everybody up in there and not read me. I know you be talking about how fat I am. Not that I care, but I'm just saying. So anyway, today, this is the first time he's seen me since he's been out. He had COVID He went into the hospital and all of that. So he came back. He was acting like he was excited to see me, whatever, talking to me. And so, at one point in time, he asked me, he's like, is that dude, basically asked me was somebody gay, but he used the F word. Now, that's a word that I don't believe I've ever said out loud and, like, typed nothing. Like, to me, that is, like, the equivalent of me saying MF or something like that. Like, it's like, woo, wait a minute. But yeah, he just kept saying it, like, carefree. He was like, basically saying, oh, he gay. Is he gay? I was like, I don't know what to tell you. And I really don't. But in all honesty, if I had to guess, I feel like he is in search of a beard. Because everything screams, I am gay. I don't care about anybody's sexual orientation. If it does not affect me, I do not care. But a lot of people are concerned with his sexual orientation. And I'm just like, he seems like he's gay. I don't have no issues with him. Long as he do his work. The only thing that kind of get on my nerves by him is that he take a little bit long on his breaks sometimes. But other than that, he's really helpful, really nice. He does the best he can. He does pretty good, considering. The other people who are in there still ain't keeping up the way they need to. So, I don't care if that man is gay. But I'm saying, when people ask me, is he gay? I'm just going to keep saying the same thing I've been saying. I have no idea if he gay. I don't know. And he just seems like he's in search of a beard. Because when he was in training, he was trying to roll up on people who are straight women. And I was like, who is the person? Because everybody was like, this gay man tried to talk to them. I was like, what you mean a gay man tried to talk to them? So when I saw him, I was like, oh, one day when I had to work over and I saw him, I'm like, oh, this must be the dude they talking about. And it was him. But yeah, he kept talking about him using the F word. I was like, sir, stop that. He young and he just... I be trying to stop him. Sometimes I'm able to get him to calm down. Then he was reading the side heifer. Y'all, wait a minute. So, he came to me towards the end of the day. He said, where that ugly MF at? I was like, sir, you go stop. He was like, no, where that ugly MF at? I was like, I guess she had break. And as soon as I said, I guess she had break, she appeared from out of nowhere. She actually, her normal break time at that time, that actually would have been when she was at break. So I was like, here, this heifer up here. So he just wanted to know if she needed more resources or whatever. And so then she rolled up. And so she talking to him. And I'm like, let me go on about my business. I'm finna go to my last break. So that's what I did. But anyway, y'all. Excuse me. That's the gist of everything, y'all. It's just, I'm cold. Because I had the AC on blasting. Well, it wasn't blasting. It's because it feels decent outside right now. But I had the AC on, so I feel good right now. But let me get out of here, because y'all know I got the Millennium Crunch in the back. Got the Millennium Crunch in the back. And it might be the perfect temperature. So if I want some right now, I'm going to get me a little bit right now. But I don't know. Depends on how I feel. Anyway, I hope that y'all have a wonderful week. Or a wonderful close to y'all's week. Because y'all know this is the start of my week. That's why I'm getting it kind of mixed up right now. My voice is doing what it's doing. So I'm wondering if I'm going to go to sleep. But I'm about to go and watch the last 2 episodes of All the Queen's Men. I am, for those of y'all who watch my recap reviews on Carl Weber's The Family Business, I am going to do recap reviews on that. Not yet, though. I'm going to try to get all of them done by the end of August. I haven't watched any of them. I was going to start, and I was like, let me go somewhere and sit down, because it's a lot going on. Work doing a lot. It's getting on my nerves, and I didn't want to start it until I knew that I was going to really give it my full attention. And I'm trying to remember if I had some more that I had to catch back up on to do the recap reviews for last season, because I let it get away from me, and all I did was sit up there and watch them and didn't do it as I went. I should have done it as I went along, and I would have been fine. But I love that show. It's good. It's everything. If you ain't watching it, you need to get you some good old BET Plus and watch it, because I'm about to definitely log into mine and get to watching it. But anyway, y'all have a good one. Be safe out there. If you are in any of the areas that are going to be experiencing rain, high winds, and all that stuff, please be careful. We have had like tornado, hurricane, whatever season this is, y'all. Y'all know I keep forgetting. We've had those warnings, possible touchdown situations. It's been very crazy out here. So y'all be safe. I'll see y'all later on. Take care. Bye.